Hi, my name is Heather, and welcome to another episode of Season 2 of Cover to Cover Canva Edition, my series where I share my process with you creating a children's book using Canva elements. I'll include my copyright reminder here. And remember, this isn't a tutorial, it's just me sharing my process with you. So if you'd like more step-by-step instructions, then check out the videos that I'll link in the description. I have Lorene's book pulled up here, and for the last episode, we did Megan and Joey at the sand table, and then the kids playing outside. For the next page, it says there were tires to climb on, a slide, and some swings. There were balls to play with and lots of great things. And then the next page is blank, so we can do this as a spread. And since we already have the slide in the previous scene, I think we can just skip that for this scene because there's so many other things mentioned here, like the tires and the swings and balls to play with. But maybe we'll do a different ball than the soccer ball just to mix it up a bit. So to start with, we know it's going to be outside, so we may as well copy over those colors and elements. So I'm just going to come up here and click on the background, and I'm going to copy, and then I'll come over here and paste, so that gets the sky color, and I'll do that for both of those pages. And then we can grab the grass, and I'll get the grass that's in the back also, and I'll copy that stuff and I'll paste it. And then we do want to make sure that the grass continues so that it's not like cut off here and then cut off here. We want it to actually continue. So how I'm going to do that is I'll just figure out exactly where I want this to be. And then I'm going to duplicate it, and I'll put the new one right on top of it. And then I'm going to double click so that I can crop it. And I'm going to crop the visible part out. So all that's left is going to be what's going to go on the other page. And I'll click done. And now I'm going to do cut. And then I'll come down here and do paste. And then I'm going to hold down shift and drag it over until it snaps. And of course, I'm going to want to take out the one that's under it, or just move it over. Let's start putting some of the structures here. So we're going to have some swings. So let's search for that. This one's really good because actually I think these are the exact same characters that we were using, or very similar. It would be nice if there were two swings on it, but I only see the one. Okay, I think this is probably going to be the best one. Let's move it over so it's kind of coming off the page a little bit. That's going to make it look a little more natural rather than everything being inside the page. The other thing it says is there were tires to climb on, so I've never had tires to climb on. But let's look up tires, I guess. I never had that when I was a kid. Maybe climbing tires? Okay, maybe playground tires. Oh, I see. They have them like that. Let's move these down here so we have a little more room for it. And I'm going to crop off that line. It doesn't really make sense with the grass there. And then we can just put some little tufts of grass where they're going into the ground. Ooh, maybe we can put a little mushroom growing out from there. That would be cute. And then maybe we can put some little flowers. I'm going to change the color of the green. I'll make it maybe like the grass, but a little bit darker. And then the balls to play with. Let's see what other kind of balls there are. We could do a football, an American football. So let me look for that. Put that there, and then I'll find another grass tuft. And maybe we can also add a tree because it's fun to climb on a tree. There's a lot of really cute trees here, but remember, we need to stick with the style that we're using, which is flat colors. So a lot of these really nice trees, like this one, it has a lot of shading to it, so it really doesn't fit with the style that we're going with. So we need to find one with more flat colors. This looks like a good one. This really fits with the style of art. And then we'll put some grass down there, of course. And notice how I'm always varying the different grass tufts that I use. So you don't want to use the same ones over and over again because it's going to be obvious and it's going to look very repetitive. So that's why you always want to just keep varying the elements that you're using. And if you can't find a lot of different ones with whatever element you're using, you can also try flipping them, and that'll help give a little variance, and you can resize bigger and smaller. So just try to vary things. And then let's just put some little pieces of grass down by the swing set. Maybe we can also put some little flowers growing by the swing set. Oh, these are cute. I'm just going to change the green so that it goes a little better with our colors, and then also the inside too. Let's make it a little brighter. I think I want to crop these to make them a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to double click into it and I will pull this up, and then I can bring them down here. I like that a lot better. These are cute too. And let's change this green a little bit. Maybe I'll just make it a little brighter. There, we can give the tree some little flower friends. Now let's add some more kids to it, and then after that we can add some stuff in the sky just to make it look a little more interesting. Of course, we're going to want Joey, so I'm going to copy him. I'll put him down here. And let's pick a body for him. If we can find one of him like jumping, he can be jumping on the tires. That would be fun. So I'm going to go to Elements, and I'll go to my recently used, and I'm going to scroll down, and here's his little body double. So I'm going to click on it and do View Collection. Actually, this one works. So let's resize this. And then I'll just change the colors to match Joey's outfit. Now I'm going to double click into it so I can remove his head. And then we need to change the color of his shoes, which are the same color as the shirt, so we really can't. So I'm going to double click into this and crop off his legs. And then I'm going to duplicate it and set it in the exact same spot. And then I'll double click into this new one and reveal the legs and crop off the top half. And now we can change the color of the shoes independently because it's now a different element. So I'm going to make the shoes that white color and the shoelaces the red color. And then we did slice off his thumb a little bit right here. So I'm just going to use a circle shape. So I'll press the letter C on my keyboard to bring up a circle and resize it. And then I'm going to make it the same color as his skin. And there's his new tip of his thumb. And now I'll just group all these pieces. And then let's grab this Joey and I'll ungroup him. I'll copy the little shirt emblem over. And then for his head, now I need to regroup everything that's his head. So going over to layers, I'm just going to grab all of his head pieces and group. And then I can just move it over. And now I can delete his old body pieces. Now we can group those things, and now he's all good. So we can maybe make him kind of balancing on one of the tires. And let me just make sure that he's the same size as these other people. Ooh, he actually is a little bit bigger. So I'm going to size him down. And then I'll bring him down here. Let's find another kid we can put here. I'm going to go to my recently used elements and find those same kids that I've been using. They're really nice because there's a lot of different poses. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots and view more by that same artist. Oh, that one's kind of fun. She's trying to catch a butterfly. Oh, I think the football needs to be a little bit smaller. I just realized because it's like the size of Joey's head. Ooh, I really like this one. I think this would be really good for the tires because he could be kind of like balancing like this. Or maybe we put Joey on this one and this kid can be like that. Maybe we need another tire here. I'm going to move this girl to the previous page. And down here, I'm going to make more tires. But the thing is, there was only one thing of tires, and we don't want it to look too much like a duplicate. So I will duplicate this so that it's the same style and everything, but we're going to want it to look different. So first of all, let's flip it. Let's make it a little bit of a different size. Let's move this football. And now we can actually fit this kid like here, and maybe Joey can go like this. I kind of want Joey facing the other way though, so that he's kind of facing more into the scene instead of out of the scene. So I'm going to need to ungroup all of him, and then I'm going to have to flip his individual elements because you can't flip a group. So I'm going to flip this and flip his legs. So now I'm going to go to position and I'll group all of these pieces. Let's make the tree a little bit bigger so his head isn't touching the tree. And now let's just add some more stuff into the sky just to make it a little more interesting. Maybe we can have some little birds flying in the sky. This is the same bird we used in a previous page. So maybe he came and visited them at school. We could put a little bird sitting on top of the swing set too. So this is a good little sitting bird. I'll put him as far over as possible, so hopefully he doesn't poop on their heads. Now, I would like for his little feet to overlap the bar here, so it really looks like he's sitting on the bar. But of course, we want the tail to be behind. So what we could do is I'll just search for bird feet, and we can probably just find some little bird feet. And they need to be very simple because he's very simple. Here's some bird legs. So we can just make these really small. And I'll put them like that. And we can make them black too, so you can really see them. And then we probably want to crop off some of that top part because he's more like sitting on the legs, like he's not really standing up. So I'm going to double click to go into it and crop, and I'll just crop his legs off. And there's his little feet. So now he's sitting on there. He might be a little big though. He's like the size of someone's head, so I'm going to make him a little smaller. Oh, this is a cute bird too. I'm going to put him down here because we have a lot of empty space here. And I'll flip it so he's going this way. And then we can also put some clouds, of course. We also need some more tufts of grass in front of those tires. And we might even put some things kind of in the front here to give it a little more dimension. Let's see if we can find like a bush. See, that gives it a little more of a 3D look because then it's like overlapping the swing set. That dark green is like really dark though. I think I want to make it a little bit lighter. This is cute too. We could put this in the front here and just change the green so that it shows up a little better. Maybe we can put some flowers in the front here. I love these flowers, but I feel like I've used them so many times. But maybe it's okay. They're good flowers. Oh, and then of course we can put some butterflies because we have the girl that's chasing butterflies. And she's chasing a monarch butterfly, so let's look for more monarch butterflies. Of course, they are very detailed. Actually, I think I'd rather have a simpler butterfly since it's so little. There's like all these little details, and I just think it looks too detailed compared to everything else. So I'm actually going to crop that butterfly out, and let's just find a simpler butterfly. I think it'll work a lot better. Oh, this one's really cute. It does kind of have a lot of details, but we can actually make it have less details if we make some of the details the same color. So for example, we can change the yellow to be that same pink. And then now it just got simpler. And maybe we'll do the same blue color. Well, actually, let's not do blue because then it blends in with the sky. So I'll change the blue color to be maybe like a purple. And then for this one, let's make it the same one but a little lighter. And I'll resize them a little smaller. And then now we can put another one somewhere else. And remember, if we're duplicating it, we don't want to just duplicate it and put it like that. It's so obvious that it's the same one. So first of all, I'm going to put it a little bit farther away, and I'm definitely going to flip it to make it a little different. And we could also resize it a little, maybe make it a little smaller. But let's also see if there's maybe like another version of this butterfly with his wings open. Ooh, this is cute. Okay, I'm going to delete that one then, because if we can have ones that are in different positions, then that's going to be better. I'm going to change this one to be the same color scheme. And I'll put it kind of at an angle a little bit. And then let's make this one be the same color scheme, and we'll put it on the next page. So I'm going to cut him and paste him here. We can maybe put him sitting on the little football. Ooh, or maybe we can have him in Joey's hand. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's just add one more grass tuft here because that looks very flat there. I think this is done. It's really hard not to just keep adding stuff, especially when it's something like this and you can just put little critters everywhere. It's just so fun. But we're going to have to be done at some point. So let's go ahead and preview this in Simplebooklet so we can see how our spread looks. So I'll go to Share, Simplebooklet Flip, All Pages, and Save. Here is our spread from today. And as you can see, the grass continues right here, which is great. And I think it's a really fun little scene with the kids playing. The only thing I'd maybe change is that these two things look a little repetitive next to each other. So we could either like pull this down to make it shorter, or just take it out or replace it with something else. But these kind of look like copies of each other almost. So I'm going to go back here and take it out. If I replace it with something that doesn't look so much like the other thing, then I think that would be better. These flowers are cute. Maybe one more kind of flower just to give it some variety and some different heights too. So this one's kind of tall, this one's a little shorter, and then maybe we can have one other different height in there. Now let's preview this in Simplebooklet again. I do like this a lot better with the different flowers here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have any suggestions? Would you have done anything differently? Let me know. And if you're working on your own children's book, join my Creativity Club on Facebook, where we share our projects and support each other. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, or as always, you can email me at heather@heathercash.com. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so I know to make more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.